Hi, I'm Jay Lucas, and I'm here at the Old Ruger Mill in Newport, New Hampshire. Beautiful building. And I'm delighted to be here with my good friend Dick Sweat, former congressman here in New Hampshire, a former ambassador to Denmark, but very importantly also had grown up in a small town here in New Hampshire, up in Guilford. And Dick, welcome here. You just were part of our Newport Sunshine Initiative monthly meeting.
I am so impressed with what you're doing here, Jay. And I know this isn't about Jay Lucas, but these small communities need people like you. They need people who are interested in bringing them up back to vibrancy where they once were when they were initially started. And it's so much fun to see 60 people turn out on a rainy evening here in Newport. They're fully engaged, and people traveling 2 hours down from Littleton to talk about the piano project in Littleton, an hour and a half over from Dover on the seacoast. I mean, you've got people coming in from all over. Former Supreme Court Justice John Broderick. I don't know what your budget is for honorarium, but you got to be paying a lot to get these people to come.
No, but we're delighted to have you here too, Dick, because you know what it's like to have grown up in a small New Hampshire town. Mm-hmm. And so many of our towns are not what they used to be because we've seen a lot of the jobs go away. The main streets are a little bit not what they used to be either. The opioids, of course, all over. And what's really exciting is the idea of being able to try to bring these towns back, bring the economy back, but also a sense of community. And I think you saw it tonight a little bit with just the real spirit that's here in Newport.
Well, I was going to say exactly that it's not so much the money even as it is the spirit is what revives these communities. Because I can remember, campaigning in Newport back in the early 90s, and it was a pretty sad place. And, it doesn't take a whole lot of people in a community of 5,000 or so to inject that spirit, to bring that enthusiasm. And once you do that, it all just kind of takes on a momentum all of its own. And you want it to ultimately grow to a size that, you don't have to push it anymore. It's just going to roll down the hill all by itself.
Well, that's one of the interesting things. We've been at this a little over a year. Mm-hmm. And in the beginning, it took a lot of pushing and a lot of, energy. But what has happened is that we've begun to really feel like it's a movement, that people are coming to us. So we got the reason that the folks from Dover came in tonight is that they read about what's happening in Newport, and they had done a similar economic development in Dover, and they want to be part of this.
Well, I'm sitting here thinking, well, we've got already 5 or 6 members of the small town turnaround club that we've got to, get that charter organization going. But, these are the kinds of meetings where ideas are shared, where investments in time and creativity are made that ultimately turn into investments in beautiful old mill structures that are going to, provide 66 apartment complex, or maybe a mall and restaurants and a healthcare clinic. I mean, it's only limited by the creativity that the person brings to it. And here, the room was full of creativity. It looks like it's going to be a great program.